Hello, I'm Michael Canoy, member of the Team 15 Velocity Raptors. Myself, along with Donald Schoolcraft, Chris Tran, Kuntal Patel, heard about a hot band out of Sparkyville that was looking for a space-saving and innovative set for their upcoming tour. The Velocity Raptors have snapped up this opportunity and will now present our final design alternatives. We're going to show that Maroon and Gold 4's classic Ode to Joy fits perfect within the Velocity Raptor design constraints. Given a design budget of $15 per instrument, each of 4 instruments had to be compact enough to fit in an 8 cubic foot box. Maroon and Gold 4 needed to display their wide array of talents and needed 4 instruments of wind, percussion, string variety with at least one of each type. Playability, accuracy, size, cost, innovation and creativity, and aesthetics were all criteria for this project. A look at slides 4 through 6 show our team's determination for the best final alternative, with project design number 2 fitting the mold for cost, playability, size, and accuracy without sacrificing creativity, innovation, and aesthetics. And now I'll pass it over to the rest of the team to have them speak about their instruments. Donald.
Hello, my name is Donald Schoolcraft. My proposal will cover the design of the percussion instrument for the Maroon and Gold 4. When utilizing the decision matrix, Instrument 2 scored highest of the weighted criteria and best meets the requirements and constraints outlined in the problem definition statement. In this next slide, you can see that the overall design of Instrument 2 was unchanged. However, to save cost while still meeting the requirement criteria, Instrument 2 was scaled back to save additional expenses. The scaled back design, as shown in figure D5, will play the full range of notes of mid-low voice in Maroon and Gold 4's hit song, Ode to Joy. In this next slide, I have outlined the cost of materials required to manufacture Instrument 2. As noted on percussion slide 4, Instrument 2 meets all the specified requirements and constraints outlined in the problem definition statement. Thank you, and this concludes the percussion instrument design proposal.
Hello, my name is Christine Tran. I work with Team 15. As you can see by figure C1, C2, and C3, these are my proposed string instrument designs. Utilizing the requirements of a $15 budget, I was able to design some pretty interesting ideas for string instruments. We have here a DIY ektara, a harp, and a Greek lyre. When you look over the weights in the decision matrix from figure C4, each instrument was scored, and instrument 2 from figure C2 scored the highest. From figure C5, we see a detailed front view of the sketch of the proposed instrument, as well as notes on how it can be built. When calculating the lengths of the string, we need to find the diameter and breaking strength and material density to be able to calculate for the mu and the tension, which was needed for our string lengths. With the calculations, we can see that in theory this instrument would work, but I unfortunately need to find a different nylon wire, since my calculations are asking for very short lengths. The proper wire will be used during construction. But if we continue with the theoretical instrument string lengths, I have shown in figure C6 why it would still hypothetically work. Granted, I'm looking for longer string lengths to fit the instrument design, but these lengths prove that the calculations will allow for this instrument to still function. The budget for this instrument design was $15, and we were way under budget in terms of cost on supplies. This instrument will certainly be a labor of love, costing at only $6.54. When looking at the final design requirements, the box certainly fits the criteria and should work wonderfully alongside the rest of the instruments for the band in a box. It fulfills all requirements and constraints.
Hello everyone, my name is Kuntal Patel and my instrument design is a recorder. It is a flute with a whistle mouthpiece and it has a very clear sound and it is easy to hold and play. It is a double open-ended wind instrument. My instrument design is on slide 5. It does meet all the requirements and it will fit in a 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet box, which could be found on slide 7. My instrument is going to be 13.8 inch or 0.35 meters in height and 2 inch or 0.05 meters in length and width. I will be playing the high voice. The cost to make my instrument will be under $5. The cost of materials could be found on slide 9. My instrument could also produce a frequency of up to 600 Hz. The frequency calculations could be found on slide 11.
So I was given a load range wind instrument that had to reach from a low G2 all the way up to a higher A3 on the bass clef. I had 3 design alternatives that I came up with initially. What I coined a music minigun, the boa here that wraps around the cylinder. Both of these showed promise initially, but fell flat when it came to the playability factor. You had to rotate this around. It was confusing for the musician. Couldn't really play the notes that you needed to. And this you had to move around all over the place. Same reason. So my final design alternative that we decided on was the slide tube is what I called it. But it functions on the same principles that you extend it out and you can contract it, thereby raising and lowering your frequency, while at the same time allowing you, because it's multi-section, to collapse it all the way down to just shy of 2 feet and fit within that 8 cubic foot box. So the slide design won because of the playability factor. It's easy to play, and the really, really small footprint in that 8 cubic foot box. Thank you. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the Velocity Raptors presentation of Ode to Joy by Maroon and Gold 4. Each of those previous instruments met the design criteria of playability, accuracy, size, cost, innovation, and creativity, and being aesthetically pleasing, while still maintaining a $15 budget window for each instrument and being able to fit within a 2 by 2 by 2 foot box altogether. Thank you.